One ticket to the grand finals here for both of these teams. RRQ one game away from taking it. RSG still a long way to come back to this game, but let's get right at it. Both of the junglers once again starting on their purple buff start, but honestly, I feel like RSG have the upper edge in that early stage of the game with Light on the Franco and with the Karina. They're already going on to the Lethal Wanderer here as Lancelot just finishes up on that purple buff.
Yeah, this is going to be a very difficult composition for RRQ to actually come on top, and you can see how defensively they're playing as of yet, making sure that Alberttt has a pretty good lane. And this tank Lancelot coming from RRQ Hoshi is going to take some time. It's at least 1 to 2 item progression. So there's going to be a lot of emphasis on Vin being annoying by using those Terrifies to actually scare off the Franco alongside with R7 making those split push pressure for the team. So it's going to be difficult, but here comes the hook. It doesn't connect on Skylar, and Skylar looking to bully EMANN out of the lane.
Yeah, Vin though also rotating here, going all the way in, trying to get that Terrify off. Not just yet, but I think that's what's key to this Valentina pick here. He wants to be able to rotate, get those ganks in, match Light's aggression here on the top and the bottom lanes as well. So right now, on the bot side is R7 and Nathzz having a better time in the last game.
Yeah, Nathzz right now, he is bullying the Esmeralda. R7 not really stepping out of his comfort zone there. The turret is going to be the defensive line between him and RSG. But he just wants to play around here. Ooh, Light catches the gold minion. R7 on the bottom side. Abyssum Strike and Demonkite instantly once again. It's going to be first blood, but Clayyy looking for the trade. He brings Demonkite back, and Alberttt with the Phantom Execution finds the trade. The roamer, the XP laner here traded in for the jungler.
That is huge coming from RRQ Hoshi. They needed that kind of kills for Alberttt, considering that he does have a relatively early power spike. And because of that, he's going to take advantage of the issue. But I want to talk about the skills that Vin can actually skill on the IME. Abyssum Strike, not too bad to actually set up for the Brody. Real Illumination as well, but it seems like top side, there is going to be contest coming in. Vin in stick, the Bloody Hunt instead. So this is going to be a very, very scary opportunity if the Karina dives in and gets caught out.
It's just so weird, right? If you're RSG, you're starting to get frustrated here because it feels like it's just a kill, a gank down below. You don't expect the Sicilian to be ganking in the early stage. You expect him to be just pinned down in lane, going for farm and looking for stacks. That's not what Clayyy does though, as we saw from the kill participation. Even on Sicilian, he's so active on the map.
Yeah, and it's crazy, right? The way that he can abuse this hero, even though it is a late game scaling hero. And right now, across the board, it's going to be Demonkite and Alberttt. How do you think these two are going to match up to each other in jungle?
It's a little bit difficult, but when it comes to the matchup, right, as of yet, before the first item power spike, I feel like Alberttt does have a little bit upper hand in terms of the Thorn Rose. He's got to do a little bit more damage. But once you hit to level 2, level 3, Demonkite is going to be able to scale the ball. But no, looks like the pickoff comes in. Vin taking advantage of the Bloody Hunt. And this is exactly how you dictate the tempo. Stop the aggression, hold the ultimate, wait for the right moment, and just shut him down.
The efficiency of the Valentina here in game number 3, you can see it, right? Vin, he took that actually in that top side. He saved it all the way, waited for that opening as R7 in that bottom side. It's actually, so yeah, he's going equal. He's going even up against Nathzz, who has an XP lead. But again, as an Esmeralda, you're usually just the weaker one in the lane. RSG, though, I feel like they're playing on the wrong side of the map here. They should be trying to punish the Esmeralda down below. They're playing up top, but again, it comes down to the execution of what they want to try to do. They want to punish the Brody here in lane, and RRQ, they're just farming really well at this point of the game. 600 gold lead now built, and they will have the better setup towards the second turtle of the game.
Yeah, RRQ, they are still keeping up despite him having the later draft here. And that's crazy. RSG-PH, they're basically forced to match RRQ's pace here. RSG, they are trying to make use of their early game. The hook misses, but Alberttt goes in. He wants to contest his turn. Now they have the advantage. Bat speed's being popped right now.
No.
And the real medical liquidation comes up in defense, but Light, his Vin is going to go down first. Demonkite clocks up a double kill for himself. The counter aggression from RSG-PH.
That was a good catch coming from Light as well, knowing that Vin did have the Bloody Hand. When in Flicker, immediately got punished as well. You can see Vin trying his best to cancel the real world inhibition and immediately got punished for it. So a small victory from RRQ-PH, but hopefully it's going to transition a little bit more because as of now, Alberttt completely bullying Aqua out the lane. Doesn't want to give him the XP and gold to scale with this Eve.
Oh, look at that. A little win there for Light as he steals away the Lethal Wanderer with his hook, but in the bottom side doesn't what we expected from RSG, punishing the Esmeralda with Nathzz winning lane there in the kill pressure department. RRQ, though, they're looking for the trade up top. They know that Clint can't really defend this with Finn, but the hook connects, and that's going to be the suppression coming in. Alberttt jumps in with the Thorn Rose, is able to deal the damage, slice off, and MSC getting took low. He's going to get taken down. Alberttt trying to run away. The real world inflation is there to lock him in place. Light picks up the kill, and RSG are back. Skylar will be able to trade it off for the turret, but RSG, they have the better position now.
Yeah, and as of yet, based on the composition, it feels like trading off Alberttt and Vin is not the end of the world for RRQ Hoshi, because the true carry is gotta be Skylar. For him to get himself a big kill and tier 1 is gonna help him scale a little bit more. However, Clayyy now in a little bit of trouble. They might look to return the tides against this, but it's just a little bit too risky, knowing that anything can happen with Light with the hooks.
Definitely. RSG-PH, even though they have the lead here slightly, they don't want to push this too much because RRQ, they definitely are the disciplined team as well. We've seen their plays all throughout MSC, being able to keep their cool. And the next objective coming up in 10 seconds, Turtle up top. Both teams going to start to look at this.
It's going to be RSG Philippines, I believe, who has the pressure here when it comes to the third turtle. RRQ, Clayyy, and Skylar, they've just been farming a lot, right? And I don't think the power spike has hit just yet. Alberttt looks for the steal there. It's going to be Finn who gets hooked in. Bloody Hunt there to lock him down. Sanguine Claws connecting onto 2, but RSG find a pick and a turtle in that fight.
Yeah, good disengage coming in from RRQ as well, knowing that Vin is a pretty expendable expense to lose him, right? Losing him isn't the end of the board. As long as Skylar lives, they can look to make a comeback. Whereas RSG-PH, they have to take advantage of the situation. And here comes the hook again from Light.
RSG, they're trying to go into the backline, take some more out from RRQ, but the zoning coming from Aqua is just too much for RRQ to do anything about, and they take the tier 1 mid turret completely for free here. They want to contest the jungle. The Bloody Hunt comes out onto Alberttt, Phantom Execution, used just to escape, as well as the Bat's Feast in defense.
There you go, RSG fully controlling the game now. It is on their hands. They have map pressure currently. No turrets taken down except for that top side first turret. RRQ Hoshi, they're forced to play it defensively. They're forced to play it reactively, and that's where RSG Philippines find their tempo. The death ball strategy that we saw back in MPLPH is now fully on and fully running.
Yeah, I want to talk about the death ball strategy as well. Demonkite's 5-1-1. This is a Karina that, even though it's kind of fallen off of meta, completely ignored throughout MSC. And the reason being is that you need him to snowball. And currently, Demonkite's got the perfect game. He's got 5-1-1. His damage output is also scaling alongside RRQ Hoshi. And look at this, the confidence coming from Demonkite to force Angel. But Light with the hook, how did he get that?
Here comes the Tornapot Memories trying to put out some damage. Finn goes down, taken off by EMANN and RSG-PH again. Even though they went for the aggressive play there, they got the advantage, they got the kills, they got everything.
How did Light catch Clayyy out of everyone there? Oh my god, that was beautiful by Light. The fact that he was able to find the right target there, and even before he got Skylar. So this is going to be the question for RRQ. How do they evade from the hooks that just keep on coming through? They don't have any tanky members aside from R7 here, who hasn't really hit his power spike as well. That's a free Lord onto the hands of RSG Philippines. 4,000 golden Light again just shines through as he finds Alberttt with the Bloody Hunt.
Well, Franco wins games, ladies and gentlemen. Franco wins games, and as of yet, masterclass performance coming from Light, making sure he gets the right target. And currently, RRQ Hoshi, they have no choice but to completely dodge fights until Skylar comes online. But before that, let's take a look at the damage output coming so far. EMANN, 21,000. No surprises, considering that he's got free hits, free dummy targets throughout all the pickoffs so far.
Yeah, EMANN sitting at the top of the charts now, and that's not going to be good for RRQ Hoshi as they go into this game. The Lord is also coming down the bottom side, so RRQ, they need to be able to defend this.
You can see the Ice Queen wand also built up from Aqua here, and that's going to provide so much utility that RRQ just doesn't have currently. Esmeralda actually fell behind in lane because of all the ganks coming in, and obviously with Nathzz on that die rush, just pressuring him constantly, and he's only actually able to take that enchanted talisman. Now, Vin taking that bloody hunt, give the real world manipulation, locking them all in place. Lord is going to go in onto the base with EMANN just chunking that turret down. Clayyy clearing it out, Alberttt as well, moving over to the mid lane. Will be a good defense for RRQ. The hook does not connect once again, but RSG, they find all of the turrets outside of the base.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very difficult situation for RRQ Hoshi, considering that now Alberttt, I just caught a glimpse of items as well. I thought he was going to go for a tank landslide, which we did see before. It seems like he's going for full damage. That means there is not enough people soaking up damage. In this case, R7, not even close to his a big defensive item. He's got Enchanted Talisman. Next item, Dominance Ice. It's not even completed yet. So it's going to take a little bit more time before they can actually have a pretty decent tank in the front line for RRQ.
I agree. It's going to be rough here for RRQ because of that no front line, but RSG Philippines, look at this light going for the play again. Goes for the Iron Hook. R7 able to dodge, sidestep away from that, but now it's going to be the real world manipulation. Light flickers forward and he finds R7. It's going to be traded back though. 1-for-1. XP Lane for Roamer. I would take that any day if I was RSG-PH. Nathzz jumping back onto Skylar. The stun comes in and the damage from Clayyy is starting to show. That bat impact, you can no longer write that off.
You can see RSG, they want to close this as quick as possible as well before Clayyy starts to output even more damage. But looking at RRQ, yes, they have that opportunity. They are really far behind though, 6k gold at this point. So how do you think they need to start looking at this?
It's all about buying time coming from RRQ, right? It's all about making sure that Clayyy is able to scale 15, and once you build out those Sicilian stacks, that is where he hits the hardest. And as of yet, R7 getting punished time and time game means he's not going to be able to be very, very tanky. Skylar, he just got his Brute Force Breastplate. That means there is going to be a little bit lesser damage on that Marksman division, which, like I said as well, he needs 1 to 2 more items. And RSG-PH, they cannot afford to give away this lead to RRQ Hoshi. And now they are going to start off the Lord, and I don't think RRQ Hoshi can start at all.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think they started it a little bit prematurely there. They had to wait for the 12-minute mark to get that enhanced Lord, and now that it is enhanced, they started again. There you go. That's RSG Philippines again, staying disciplined, don't really want to rush things, but RRQ, it seems like they want to force a fight here. Vin really dashing forward, Light going to be chunked there. He goes in for the hook, goes on to Vin, that's a suppression as well. Real world manipulation, locking all of them in place. Skylar forced the flicker back. Nathzz looking for the re-engage. Light is low, but he can still look for another hook as RSG, with this pick, with this man advantage, they will surely be looking for a free Lord here.
Yeah, they're going to turn their sights to that immediately, as you said. RSG Demonkite now at the Lord. No chance for RRQ to contest this at all. Nathzz goes for R7, tries to put some damage, but it's not going to be enough to disengage. They have to back away to protect some of their turrets back here.
Yeah, that's going to be an easy turret destroyed down bottom from RRQ Hoshi. A little bit small victories in terms of map control, but I want to talk about how important that fight was, because RRQ Hoshi, they should have died a little bit more, but because they had Brute Force Breastplate, they were having so much mobility to kite away the real manipulation. It's all good for RRQ Hoshi. As long as they do not lose Skylar, all is well, and it's all about buying time as of yet. Alberttt is level 14, and if and only if RRQ Hoshi is able to defend against his Lord, it's a pretty good timing to actually make a comeback for RRQ Hoshi.
Lack of frontline is really hurting RRQ here. And now with the Lord coming down on the bottom side, they will definitely secure this bottom inhibitor. RSG looking to get even more out of this. There you go. Bottom is gone. RSG cracking open the base. RRQ trying to look for an opportunity. Aqua already at half HP, but gonna play safe. So RSG just focusing on the objectives.
Yeah, RRQ with the standard defense again. They don't want to try anything too fancy. They are A-okay with giving turrets away. It just gives RSG Philippines the chance. And now, look at this. A curveball from RRQ. They go in for a play on it. Skylar goes in for the stun. It's going to be Vin actually locked up there in the midst of it all. He gets taken down. That was them with no follow-up. Abyssum Strike connects as that's Clayyy looking for the Sanguine Claws. Gets 2, but again, they lose 1 for nothing. RSG just 2 steps ahead here when it comes to RRQ's pickoff game.
Yeah, it's just so very difficult to fight this, especially with the Franco plays, right? We talked about this for days now. That's the power of what Franco brings to the table. However, you can't write off RRQ Hoshi yet. It's possible to make a comeback as long as they stall into his later stage game, unless Light gets this hook, or no, he doesn't, but it's still going to be a borrowed time as of yet, because if one mistake is all they need from RRQ Hoshi to make a comeback, it's same can be said for RSG-PH as well. They need one mistake from RRQ Hoshi and it's over for them.
I mean, at this stage, we're almost 15 minutes, right? As these two teams scale up, get their items, it is MLBB at its prime. Any mistake in any team fight could cost you potentially the game. And our RSG though, they are getting full map control at this point, and even though you said RRQ, they have to buy their time, buy enough for them to fight RSG, they are stripping everything from RRQ.
Yeah, I definitely agree in that sense as well. But we did see an Ice Queen 1 purchase up on Clayyy, so we are going to be seeing a little bit more utilitarian on this Sicilian. But like I said as well, it's only one item. It helps you in one small fight, but they still need to buy a little bit more time. And currently R7, he's not even close to his Oracle yet. And okay, never mind. As soon as I say it, he just got it. But even then, it's still not enough. He needs his secondary item, maybe an Ice Queen 1, maybe an Immortality. It's all about buying those times. And now with the next Lord, I don't think RRQ Hoshi should force the fight. They should go for pickoffs. However, RSG, they have something new in store. They're looking for the gank on Skylar, and I don't think they realize that this is happening.
This is a sandwich play here that RSG is doing, and this could be really, really good. Again, that backline presence from RRQ, and here it is, line RSG, the read, the beautiful macro play as RRQ just scramble here. R7 looking for the play. It's going to be been taken down, and RSG, what a play! What a 200 IQ macro decision to stay in that bush with 3 members.
Absolutely insane. You can see that RRQ Hoshi, they tried their best. The moment they recognized that that was what RSG was doing, they immediately retreated. Skylar flickered away, but still split apart. Completely nothing they can do. And now RSG, they get this Lord completely for free, but up top, Skylar gets suppressed just as we were talking about him. Nowhere for him to go, even with the immortality. And that's RRQ Hoshi down to 2 men. Clayyy with the Sangling Claws and a Bat's Impact, not going to be able to do anything. Here we go though, they're trying to fight back as much as possible.
Let's see if they're actually able to defend here for RRQ. It's all against them as RSG have 3 waves pushing up and the mid lane with that enhanced Lord in the 16th minute of the game. 10,000 gold lead light. They're standing there menacingly looking for the wall. He finds it onto Vin. And now it's going to be Alberttt jumping in with the puncture. Jumping out. Not going to be enough. He gets slain. A double kill as RSG look for R7. Look for the base. They are back 2-1. Let's see.